I love sports, and I love the idea that I can look forward to something, right? That I can think, oh man, that game's happening Saturday night, right? And I get a chance to watch it from the comfort of my home at my own leisure and convenience.
Something to look up to, look forward to.
Yeah, which we don't have many of right now, right? The things I have to look forward to: eating, walking to my living room, eating, coming to the studio once a week.
Yeah.
And working and eating.
Well, the debates though. What about the debates? With your comrades, with your friends, your cousins, your brothers.
Comrades.
Yeah, I mean, just like, hey, man, like, my team's gonna beat your team.
And just talking shit, just talking
fantasy
general
football, like talking shit. Barbecuing. Just that's to me that's America.
That's America.
That's America.
That's the America our parents came here for.
Yeah, I mean, and for
amongst other things, a lot of other things.
For hard workers, people that are working on 9 to 5 normal jobs, union workers, people that work in factories, warehouses, mechanics, just the common folk. They work 50 hours a week. That's something that keeps them alive.
It's something to come home to and decompress.
Yeah.
And I think that, you got a lot of folks. My girlfriend included, who just watches trash reality TV.
Oh, my wife's the same way.
And just stuff that I think is just garbage, that I don't know how you can plague your mind with this type of content. But
yeah, I like literally, since there's been no sports, I've had to watch 90 Day Fiancé. Like, oh my God.
Yo, what are those? The Bachelor? It's the worst show on the planet.
All those shows. All they do is argue.
And people continuously cause drama in order to see more entertainment. It's just garbage. It's garbage.
They figured out what keeps women watching, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I might be being sexist by just saying the women watch it because I don't understand. I don't
get why anyone watches it in general. I was forced to sit there and watch it because I'm trying to be a good partner.
I turn into my dad every time that shit's on, like for 5 minutes. Ya, quita esa chingadera, ya.
You start to see all bitter all of a sudden. You're just annoyed. You're like, oh, why am I in such a bad mood? It's like, because The Bachelor's on, bro. That's why you're in a bad mood.
Quita esa chingadera, ya.
Ya cállese, pinche boca, porque estás... Like, what is happening? What the hell are they doing? Why is this even on?
Why are they arguing? Like,
always.
Oh my God.
The last thing you're trying not to argue, and then you're watching other people argue.
That Jezebel, like, why is he with her? Like, dude, like, I'm like, then I'm like, why do I care?
Exactly. Exactly. You just get sucked into it. You're like, she did not take him back. He's a fucking dick.
Yeah.
She did not take him back.
That's how my dad was with
Crystal
novelas.
did not take Brandon back.
Like, when with novelas, he's like, my dad would be like, why you watch those novelas? They're fucking annoying, you know what I mean? That's how he was exactly that.
So I can respect that escape. I can respect the something to mindlessly just decompress to. And I think for sports, that's always an amazing thing.
Yeah,
personally, I can, the athleticism, those historic moments, that 0.4 second Fisher Swisher that is just so legendary to me in my head.
Well, the hard work too, like the inspirational part of it too, where you see these athletes that might have came from nowhere or
who have stories like ours.
Amazing stories, and to be able to accomplish so much and being, the best at what they do.
Being at the peak athleticism, like really just talent beyond understanding. It's incomprehensible talent, 100%.
Yeah, the Kirk Gibson, hobbles to the plate. Off the best pitcher, the unhittable Dennis Eckersley.
Memorable.
Those moments right there in 1988, like that was maybe, what is that, 30 years ago? 33 years ago almost. And
now it's almost, 33. You said 80 what?
88.
Yeah, 33, 32.
And I still remember that to this day. That's how special that moment is to me.
Yeah.
To see, Dodgers finally in the World Series when I'm a little kid, you know what I mean? And
your hometown, your city team out there representing
watching
for you.
the game with my pops and then Kirk, it's down to the wire and Kirk Gibson goes up to bat and hits that home run. You know how crazy we felt?
I mean, like just going nuts.
Or when what was it? Was it Marquez? When Marquez was losing the whole fight and he hit Pacquiao with that one punch and knocked him out in the last round. And everybody's just like, oh my God, no. They just ran out the house.
That
Oh
was
my God.
crazy.
Those are moments that, like, wow. I mean,
they're legendary. They're things that you remember forever. You remember them forever. Some of the best fights, the best matches, the best games, the best competition. People doing what they do best, right?
Or how about recently, first heavyweight champion of the world? I mean, for us, I mean, come on.
For tortas,
Dude,
I was just looking
I'm
at
sexy
that fool.
now, and I'm important.
I mean, I was even doing that one pose where he knocked him out, and he had that one pose like this, looking down at him. I'm like, I'm Muhammad Ali now too.
I arguably have a heavyweight champion in boxing's body.
Yeah. How does that make you feel? Yeah. We out here.
I'm cute.
Honestly, I at this point we've all just banded together and have decided that we can also now box.
And we can box now.
Which is not true at all. Which is not true at all because that's so much training and effort. But we saw someone who looks like us do it.
Yeah.
Just like we saw people who look like us jump into Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Right? And kill it and become such a household group of folks in that area. I mean, it's that's why it's such an amazing experience. It's such an amazing thing to be a part of and see. And I get the jingoism, and I understand that. I understand the idea of it being problematic when you're behind something so heavily and you become just like basically a devout flag head about your team, right? Which can turn into problems because then you got the people like beating each other up at stadiums and stuff like that. But at the other end of that spectrum, it's 100% such an amazing release and just an amazing display of talent, of ability.
It's inspiring. I mean, to me, it's inspiring. I mean, the stories, the stuff that they do to give back to the community as well, and to help encourage other kids. And then it's also a pastime, and I think that's what America's about. Is it's supposed to give you a pastime while things are not so great, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, even with the story of Jackie Robinson, Muhammad Ali,
Yeah.
about Tiger Woods, Manny Pacquiao, some of these people who 100% were not only underdogs, but were completely fighting history in their
And representing
story
a
of
culture,
sports.
representing a nation as
Yep.
well, their country, and then they finally had someone to look up to. I mean, those things. I mean, how can we take that away? I mean, I know that we're living in a very important time right now, and I see a lot of negativity, a lot of people, going at it. And they're on the fuck it moment, like.
But also, so many people are also losing hope.
Yeah, losing hope. Like, fuck it. Like, we're gonna go cap some fools, and they're gonna come cap us, and we're there. Why are we there already?
Yeah.
Why are we already there? You know what I mean? When I think sports, was the chill moment to make sure that people didn't get to that point,
But I also personally run into an issue because I start to think about that, and then I think, okay, the world's kind of burning down right now. The world is just a little bit on fire.
In the words of Wise Intelligent, the world's on fire,
Literally.
Yeah.
And we're here thinking about bringing sports back when some people can't even pay their rent.
Or kids are in cages and like it's crazy stuff,
So I'm conflicted.
Yeah.
I am honestly conflicted because there's so many good things. The hope, the inspiration that comes from watching your favorite teams play sports, all of those good things that are products of that are super important. But at the same time, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares?
Well, I mean, there's 40 million jobs were lost. People are losing their businesses, and there's no church. There's, I think it barely came back last week, and there was limitations. The restaurants are shut down to takeouts only.
I mean, they opened for a week and then shut down again for in-dine dining.
And then but I guess sports are gonna. I mean,
and at the end of the
right.
day, this is these people's jobs, right? Because
there's gonna be no fans. Let's put it.
There's gonna be no fans. Yeah, there's gonna be no fans for either of these. So
so
this is these people's jobs, and if they are actively deciding to go out, fly to Florida or to travel in the case of the MLB and do this, that's their call, and I get that it's some people's well-being.
I think people would. The only reason they would be mad at this is because they think they make a lot of money or something like that. And
right.
So, because at the end of the day, that's what their career is. So
yeah. Well, someone did just sign a fat contract.
Yeah, was it $500 million?
Yeah.
KC's quarterback, what's his name? Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
So there's for sure money.
That's such a bro name, huh? Patrick Mahomes.
That's definitely the frat boy who lived down the street from you. That was his name.
Patrick
He would be
Mahomes.
outside throwing the ball.
Quarterback,
You know?
KC.
Exactly. I don't know. It's a difficult scenario. Am I gonna watch the games when they come back? You bet
Hell
your ass
yeah.
I will. You
yeah.
bet your ass I will.
I mean,
You
my
bet
buddies
your
are.
ass.
We have a text thread. All my fantasy football buddies and stuff. Like they're just waiting for the moment
Yeah.
to get back in there and start talking shit and talking smack and and getting our teams together. And
Are you gonna do a fantasy league?
I mean, I got nothing else to fucking do besides work all day. And
First of all, the fantasy football and fantasy leagues for all the leagues are gonna be intense this year because everyone's got time.
it's really gonna matter this time around. Every move counts. But also the relationships between your significant other. It's an uncommon spoken rule that when the game's on, you know what I mean?
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me, and that's like it's kind of something that us men love to take advantage of.
It's such an OG approach
Yeah.
because I think it's interesting, right? I don't have that experience as much, in all honesty, but then I think about the fact when there's a show and the show's on Tuesday nights for whatever trash TV my girlfriend's watching this week, and she's watching her show. I'm not interrupting her during that show.
No.
So
She DVR'd that shit, and she's getting mad because I have shit on the DVR, but all her fucking shows are on there.
just all watched and just saved there.
Okay, I'll delete it. I mean, I want to keep. Sometimes you want to keep that fight, and on that DVR just to go back and
Definitely.
see it again, right?
Yeah, it's a memorable experience. You
Exactly,
think
like
about
that's a
everything.
time in history.
Remember when
Like,
I
leave
was
it there.
happy?
Leave
Oh,
it
yeah.
there. Leave it there. Fuck. She's like, you got me, guy. We're at fucking 70%. Like, just fucking leave it there. Who cares? All right.
Leave it there, please, for my sake.